following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing, where every man never thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your wanna be. Jimmy Star's new celebrity.
We'll take you out.
Hey ho, hello, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the best in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. We got an exciting show for you today. We've got singer, songwriter, dance music performing artist Arika Kane coming on, and then we've got basically almost like a music legend, Bob Curiano, coming on. It's going to be a lot of fun. Before we go into our guests, let me introduce my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
I'm not speaking.
Okay, then we're going to introduce our man behind the boards, Mr. Chad Murphy.
I'm not speaking either.
There you go.
Let's freeze up on the union. We want unions. We want a union. Hello, everybody out there in Caca Land. Now we can talk about President-elect Trump, who's coming.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's not an uh-oh. I liked a lot of things that Hillary said.
Turn up Ron a bit.
And I liked a lot
Turn up Ron a bit.
Turn up Ron a bit. Where's Ron? He turns up.
Hang on. Just do it with this one.
Sorry.
I told you I was too low.
How's that? Is that better?
You low life.
We need Ron.
Yes, can you hear me now?
You know it.
Oh, good. Anyway, I liked a lot of things that Trump said, but I really did not like a lot of stuff that was about the both of them. This has got to stop. When I was a child, Eisenhower was Franklin Delano Roosevelt, when I was born, was the president. He signed my birth certificate. Eisenhower, Truman was a jerk. Eisenhower was another jerk. Reagan was another jerk. I mean, we've only had jerks for presidents forever. Kennedy was a whoremaster, nut job, killed Marilyn Monroe, got rid of him. So we've really had a history of garbage in the White House. I was tired of it. I didn't want to hear about Trump grabbing pussy. What if Queen Elizabeth grabbed big cock? I mean, what would that be like all over the world? Queen Elizabeth grabs cock. She wouldn't be the woman that she is. She wouldn't be the queen. So we've got to stop this, America.
There we go.
Cher and the rest of you idiots that are leaving the country supposedly, which will never happen, and Barbara Streisand included, do you realize how many Republicans bought your music, went to see your movies, and adore you, and gave you what only America could give you? You got fame and money from Democrats and Republicans. How dare you insult Republican people?
How about all people? It's really
Wait a second. No. I'm talking about the people that gave them the fame and the money they have today. You best kiss America's ass for what you got, and how dare you wanting to leave this glorious country that people are killing themselves to get into. Illegally, legally, however. What about that Chinese boy that was in an airplane and he froze to death because the airplane, he was in the bottom of the well where the wheel is. He snuck in to get to this country. And you bitches want to leave this country? How dare you insult me and all of Americans that supported you and made you famous? You owe us. You owe everybody. Stop the nonsense. We are all Americans. We are all legal. Legal? No, that's not the word I wanted to use. We are all Americans, yeah, and we're all the same. Okay? So we've got to knock it off. Mr. Trump may not be your favorite, but stop insulting him. Stop the nonsense, because when you insult him, you are now insulting America, because he represents America. So every nasty, dirty, rotten thing you say about him shows the world and us how stupid you are. Unite.
Makes us look terrible. Let's
Makes
get united.
us look terrible. We must unite and support this man. And if you think he's a horror and a monster, maybe if you work with him, he won't be that horror monster that you think he is. He may turn out to be a regular Joe who will do a lot for our country. The proof is in the pudding.
Yeah,
and we must wait. We must wait. We must not condemn. We must wait and see. We had George Bush, who was a nightmare. So Trump can't be any worse. As far as Hillary goes, well, with her record, I wasn't thrilled. I think the Chelsea wedding got me. That one blew me away. When I know of so many people, young people, who are saving up their nickels and dimes to have a little $3,000 wedding in some pizzeria in the back room. And this bitch steals money, and no, I don't deal with that. And then Trump with his insanity and his stupid mentality, thinking that he's in the streets of New York City, that he can speak like a New Yorker. I'm a New Yorker, and I sound just like Trump because that's how we talk. We're rough and tough people. We don't have the L.A. finesse of, oh, I shot Habiba. We don't say that. We say, oh, boy, I'll let you grab her by the cunt. And that's how we talk in New York. So if Trump spoke like a New Yorker, who gives a shit? Let's see what he's going to do for this country. Let's see if he's a man of his word. Let's see if he's going to bring us back to a time when we all could afford 2 cars, a home, and food on the table, and a vacation a year. And I lived in that time. It was the 1950s, right after the war. We got such economy. Everybody was rich in my neighborhood. We had a house, a car, and food. That was rich in those days. So please, join with me and the millions of people who are saying, let's get together. President Obama's speech today was brilliant. The way he handled the melding of he and Trump is going to be gorgeous. And they're going to work together. And they're going to make America better and greater.
Hillary said she's going to work with him, too.
I got to tell you something. I never liked her speeches. I always thought she was an arrogant, nasty biddy. Like one of those bitchy teachers you used to have when you were a kid. You want to smack. I never really liked her when she shook her shoulders with she's a cocky little... Anyway, her speech was wonderful. Had she only kept that personality... The whole time, she would have won. And not been called the most hated woman in Washington. Women hated her. So many people I know used to hate her. They all wanted to smack her. Who's going to have a president you want to smack? Had she had that wonderful sincerity that she gave into this morning's speech, I almost cried. I fell in love with her.
She would have won.
I forgave her all of her nasty, stupid crap.
She made a lot of mistakes. They both made a lot of mistakes.
They both acted like two stupid kids.
Children.
You're this, you're that. Well, you're this, you're that. Come on, America. You want that junk for president when we have ISIS throwing fags off of roofs and killing women? What are you, crazy? Fags, I'm allowed to say because I'm gay.
Anyway.
Just like the black people could say nigger, I could say fags. We're allowed. Anyway, it's terrible. We have got to unite and be one people if we're going to win the war against criminals, ISIS, poverty. It's the only way. There's no other way. And if we don't win with Trump, we're going to be finished because some group is going to come in and take over. All right, enough of my bellowing.
Either way,
I think we should all love Trump. Forget the stupidity. Love Hillary because she really did a hard job. She really worked hard to almost become president. And I think they are both 2 tremendously great people. Stupid with the comments, but great otherwise.
If they would have just done everything based on platforms and not calling names, it would have been a lot cooler.
And stop this Facebook blocking crap because you find out your friend likes Trump, so you block him. That's ridiculous.
Or vice versa.
Yeah, this is America. We have the freedom of speech, baby. And if I like Trump, I'd shout it from the rooftops. I voted for Trump or I voted for Hillary. I don't see why we have to suppress it and hide it because we're afraid we're going to lose somebody on Facebook. Well, you know what? Screw them. I don't give a shit. I got too many people on Facebook anyway. I could use a swamp. What was it? Clean out the swamps? What did he say?
Drain. What is it? Drain the swamp.
I could drain the swamps, and my Facebook certainly is a swamp.
Either way, guys, listen up. We had two people who ran for office. I wasn't in love with either one of them. I don't know if I'm happy that Trump won or if I'm not happy, but I do think that he won, and so like you need to the country needs to come together. Everybody needs to work together and make the whole thing work. It was a democratic system. Everybody got to vote. Everybody got to put their 2 cents in. This is the way the cookie crumbled, and I don't think you can be a sore loser from it. You just got to move forward and do what's good for the country, to unite the countries, for everybody to work together and make the world and make America great again.
And I think it's going to be like another John F. Kennedy White House, because that wife of his is stunningly gorgeous, sophisticated, elegant, well-spoken, beautiful to look at. Everybody now wants to know what her inaugural gown will look like. God only knows what design is going to have the privilege of designing it for her, and how stunning.
That's the stuff I'm interested in.
And how stunning is.
What's she gonna wear?
Well, wait a minute. Stop it. How stunning she's going to make the White House look, and his daughters, they're all stunning, and his sons are handsome. They're going to make the White House shine like the Kennedy days. So let's be grateful for what we've got. We're Americans. We have freedom of speech. We have freedom of doing whatever we want. And we all are equal. Whoever thinks they're not equal, well, sorry for you.
There you go.
What's on our show today?
All right, so we're going to have a fun show today, everybody. We've got Arika Kane coming in. She was on our show, I think, our very first year, so Ron wasn't on the show with us then, and she was just kind of getting started out. And
that's
now
when the show was dull.
And now she's a superstar.
Listen, I thought it was Arika Kane from the soap opera. It's not. That was, what's her face? My neighbor. I lived right down the road from her.
Now I forgot her name. Isn't that funny?
Oh, my God. My daughter, Deirdre, played with her daughter. What the hell is her name? Lucci.
Susan Lucci.
Susan Lucci lived up on the hill from where we lived when we lived in Garden City, Long Island, because that's where Susan Lucci lives.
That's funny.
So it's not Jessica Kane, her character.
Arika Kane.
Eric, whatever the hell, same thing. Erica, Jessica, Louie. What is it?
So, Chad, what's it like in Florida? It's raining and 50 here.
No, it's nice down here. I don't know. It's like upper 60s in the morning and night, and I don't know, maybe high 70s, low 80s during the day. Not too humid. So we're starting to get that little shift of change here in Florida.
Absolutely.
Good. We
Nice.
may be coming down to Florida on January, and I forgot why. Why?
I don't actually know
I never
why.
told you why. There's
Wow.
there's a reason. There's a reason. Oh, Jesus Christ, I tell you, getting old is a bitch. I don't remember where I am half the time.
Just come on down. We'll leave a light on for you.
Yeah, no, but seriously, I need a bright light. I forgot why we're going to Florida, maybe to do something, to support somebody. It'll come to me, I'll tell you.
I don't know, so I can't help.
Yeah, I told this person, whoever the people are, oh, yes, we'll be there sometime in January.
We didn't give a shout out to the chat room. What's up, chat room? I see Goddess is in the chat room. Hello, Goddess. We got Iris, who's Hope2259 on Twitter. We have Cindy Lady Lake. We have Irish Ginger from the Irish Ginger Show, Mondays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time on W4CY.com. We have, I'm not sure who some of these other people are, so hello, other people. I don't know if Jimmy McCrary's in there or not, but check out the AquariusView.com for all the great indie news, what's going on in the world. Follow at the Aquarius View and follow at Lady Lake Music. And Goddess is at Goddess underscore Goddess 111, I think. Say hi to Goddess.
No,
Why not?
because I want to be mean.
Oh, that's not nice.
Hi, Goddess. How are you, my dear? You know, Goddess, if Cher leaves the country, I hope she leaves behind all of her wigs, her elastics to pull her face back, her artificial bra with the big tits in it, her hips, that's artificial, and some of her gowns. This way I can go back in the business to impersonate Cher.
We also want to say hi to Jen. Lady Lake is in the chat room. Hello, Jen. And Hannah Clive from London, a performance from London I tweet with a lot. So hello, everybody, and love to have both ladies from Lady Lake Music in the chat room. We love you guys. You guys are fabulous. There you go. What's that?
So did we lose any people because we defended America?
Oh, I don't know.
I really don't
couldn't see
care.
who we got.
Well, I feel this way. Anybody that feels they want to leave the country because of a president really doesn't love their country. I wouldn't leave this. You'd have to kill me to get me out of this country. I've lived out of this country, by the way. When I was 16 years old, I lived in Italy because my parents found out that I was hanging out with homosexuals. in Greenwich Village, they said, "You're hanging out with homosexuals." I said, "Darlings, whatever gave you that idea?" Anyway, my father said he's got to go to Italy because there are no homos in Italy. Well, could you imagine being 16 years old in Genoa, walking down the streets at night? I had 5 guys follow me. And especially when you had to latrine in the street, it was a trough, and 5 guys were in a row peeing, and 2 were checking each other out and grabbing meat. I mean, forget about it. Italy, there's more homos, but they're married. The Italian men, they'll go to bed with you, and they'll say, you're gay, I'm not, because you have to do everything, and they just lay back and get pleasure. Well, not with this one. So that was that. So my father sent me to Genoa, Italy to get away from homosexuals. How do you like them apples?
That's just hilarious.
So I came back. And I remember my mother was there too, and I would be in my grandmother's kitchen, and I would hum television show songs, and she would have to guess what song it was. That's how homesick we were.
We want to give a shout out in the chat room to Bruce Jackson's in the chat room. He's at Bruce Wayne on Twitter, and he's owner of Blast FI and J Media FM, who does great interviews and stuff with us. So we want to say hello to him. And now we've got our first guest, who's actually
Arika
Skyping
Kane,
in.
and it's not Susan Lucci.
Hey, Erica, can you hear me?
I can. How are you doing?
Fantastic. How are you?
Oh, I'm wonderful. I'm so excited to be back on your show.
Thank you. Hang on one second. Hey, Chad, I hear like an echo. Is that her or is that you?
I don't know. Maybe Erica, turn down the speakers that you
Turn
have
the speaker down a little teeny bit.
Might be getting kickback.
Is that better?
Yes.
Much better.
Much better. Good. Okay, so here's what we're going to do, Erica. We're going to do a little introduction to you, a new one now that we know you're working and that you can hear us. And that way we can have a great introduction for the television show that we're doing. And then we'll get started. How's that?
Sounds perfect.
All right, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the gym. I messed that one up.
Take
my
two.
gosh.
Take two. All right, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. No, see, I still hear it, though. Well, you
turn the volume down a little teeny bit more.
You got to get through
Or
this.
if you have any headphones, use headphones.
All right. How about this?
Say something else.
Check. 1, 2.
Yeah, that seems better.
I don't hear an echo.
Okay, I heard the echo. Okay, here we go.
But then I don't hear anything. I'm half deaf.
Take 3.
All right, everybody, here we go. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, BSE recordings artist Arika Kane. Hello and welcome to the show.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me.
We're very excited to have you. Before we get started, let me introduce you to everybody, starting off with our cool, outrageous man about town, Mr. Ron Russell.
Heard all about you. I'm so happy that you're here. Jimmy warned me. He said, be good, behave.
I told him he has to behave.
But I can't behave because...
Oh, no, don't behave. That's
well,
no
it's not.
fun.
Well, it's not. So, yeah, Arika Kane, because they didn't hear this before, was the character for Susan Lucci on As My Stomach Turns.
All my children.
Whatever.
My stomach turns.
And she lived up the road from me, up on the hill. And my daughter Deirdre used to play with her daughter. My daughter Deirdre has played with more stars. She's played with Lucci's kid, Angie Voight, or who's Angelina Jolie, and
Liv Tyler.
And Liv Tyler. They all went to the same kind of schools.
Oh, wow.
And my daughter's an actress. You think one of them would help her. I think they all loved her. So
hold on, though. You're going too fast because we didn't do all our introductions. You're supposed to do that after.
Oh, I got to introduce Chad again?
No,
Who cares?
she cares. Hey, we want to
doesn't care
introduce you to Chad Murphy, the man behind the boards.
Hey, Chad.
Hello, welcome back. It's been a while.
Thank you. I know. It's been too long, actually.
But do you know how cute Chad is?
Oh, boy. Here we go.
No, she can't see him. She can't see Chad.
Chad is a hottie. He's built like Popeye. He's built like Popeye, and he's good looking. He's got a gorgeous profile.
All right. So he eats his spinach.
So we have a chat room then full of people.
Well, he eats more than spinach.
Hang on, we have a chat.
If it's not wax, it could look like spinach.
Oh, listen to you.
Wrong.
Stop that. All right, so we have a chat room full of people. Say hello to everybody in the chat room.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in.
There you go. And say hi to Bruce Jackson, because I know he's in the chat room. I saw him in there. So say hey to Bruce.
Yes, shout out to Bruce Jackson.
And Hannah Clive, I guess you probably know her from Twitter. She's from the UK. She's in the chat room, and the women from Lady Lake Music are in the chat room. They're fabulous.
Oh, yes, beautiful.
And so you got a lot of fans in the chat room, and we're very excited. So this is really kind of like a throwback show for me in a way, because the first time we had you on, I think it was a really long time ago. It was when your first album came out, I believe. Mm-hmm. And we had only been on the air for about a year, so both of us were kind of starting out a little bit. Right. And actually, I think you were more well known than we were at the time. Mm-hmm. And
well, she's not well known now. You're still not well known.
I know, I'm still not well known, but either way. But we had a good time, and it's kind of cool to see the progression.
He's well known in Central Park in the cruising area, but he's not known to the world.
But it's kind of cool to see that in like 5 years, how like you've become like this great recording star. You've had all these like huge hit songs, and we're the #1 web show in the world. And so we both kind of like grown together, and it's very exciting to have you back. So I just wanted to say welcome back, and I'm really happy that everything's going so well for you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And I'm so happy everything's going well for you. So it's kind of like a celebration anniversary.
That's right. That's because I married him.
He married me. I've been in TV forever, and he married me and brought me into radio and radio. And then I said, I don't do radio. And then we brought television in.
Right.
Doing radio is so difficult, and people don't get it. Television is easy when you're an interviewer because you watch the person's mouth and you know when it stops, and then you're able to speak. But on radio, you don't know what the hell is going on, so you always talk over them. And when I first came on the show, it was terrible because they would be still talking and I would ask the next question. That's not even relevant. Who gives a shit?
I know, but it's just fun to talk about it anyway. So
so since I'm on the show, it's become the #1 show in the world, and it's very popular. So not that I had anything to do with it, of course.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah. Well, the marriage is good. The show stinks, but the marriage is good.
He thinks the show stinks, even though, like, I think we have 91 million plays on SoundCloud in like a year and a half.
You know what I'm used to? I'm used to 3 cameras. I'm used to 3 cameras, proper lighting, a staff of people to do things for us, engineers, people to make sure we look good. Mm-hmm. And when you do this kind of reality stuff, you look like shit. You don't know what the hell you're talking about because you have no script. You're not scripted. So you just go out here and you're freelance, and either you do or die. And if you say the wrong thing, you got 90 people jumping down your throat.
Right. We don't have to worry about it. We say the wrong thing all the time.
I was just talking about Trump, and Trump's coming into office, and I think
I don't want to talk about politics.
I want to just talk. We all have to support him and come together as a country. Don't you agree? Divided we fall. How does it go? Together we divided we fall. Something we conquer. Together we conquer. And I think if we're going to still stay Democrat and Republican, we're not going to go anywhere. We got to get together and become American. You know what I mean?
I agree totally. Yeah,
like Obama said this morning. That's what Obama said. He said we cannot be divided. We must come together as a nation.
Yeah, we can't let this totally just upset us for years and years. If this proves anything, it proves that we have to come together as people and look within and find a way to create change. We can't just be upset forever and ever.
And call names, act like stupid children.
They wrote in the chat room, it's united we stand, divided we fall.
I got
somebody from England wrote that.
Wait, I must defend myself. If you read my Facebook page, I wrote it correctly. But, I get very involved in this divided shit. We're gay, Jimmy and I, and we live in a straight world, and it divides us from so many things that straight people can do. Like Jimmy and I are looking for a house, and we have to find a house in a gayish neighborhood so that we have some of our own around, whereas straight people can live anywhere they want because they're all straight. Mm-hmm. So it's terrible to be the minority of anything, a black minority, Hispanic and minority, gay minority, Jewish minority, whatever the hell you want to be.
We all just need to be people.
We need to be people, and we need to, black people stop living in black neighborhoods. I hate that. And white people, if a black person moves in, stop moving out. We got to all live together. Black, white, Chinese, Hindu, guts and Angul. I don't care what.
That's what America is.
That's right.
I know, but we're so divided because here in Pennsylvania, I could take you to an Italian neighborhood, a Jewish neighborhood, a Hispanic neighborhood, a black neighborhood, an Asian neighborhood.
You can't take it just to a neighborhood where you see everybody.
Where everybody is, and that pisses me off. How lovely could it be I remember when my grandmother came to this country in the 1800s, she had a lady down the hall, Mrs. Savak, who was Jewish, who spoke Yiddish. My grandmother only spoke Italian, yet they were friends. They used to share cooking recipes. Mm-hmm. And how lovely it was in those days because you had Italians, Jews, Spanish, everybody living downtown New York. And it was a beautiful, everybody got along.
Right.
Why can't we get along today? Maybe you can help us get along by writing some music about it, so people will hear music.
Actually, she's got a song that we're going to play today, and I didn't listen to all the lyrics, but it's called "Liberated," isn't it?
Oh wow, I'm segueing in. See that? I'm segueing in, and I didn't even get it.
See, it's all natural. It's all natural.
That's right. You gotta love it.
For you, my darling, for you. If you wrote a song to bring us together, I'm going to love you a lot.
First of all, you guys, listen up. First of all, because we're going to talk a little bit about Arika's history and then come to her new album that she's just got out. But you can follow Arika at ARIKAKANE. It's Arika with an A on Twitter. So she's Arika Kane on Twitter. And you can check out her website. It's arikakane.com. So how many records now have you actually released?
Oh, my goodness. 3.
Not singles. Yeah, not singles. Like full albums. Like, because I think there's 3 or 4, right?
3 officially released albums. Probably about 5 singles separate from that, and now the remix album, which just released the beginning of this month. So 4 albums total.
Okay,
are we going to hear your Liberty App song today?
Yeah, we're going to hear it in a little bit.
Oh, good. I want to hear that.
So the first time we had you on, you had Arika Kane. The album was called Arika Kane, and then you released Through the Veil. Is that right?
No, there was one before that.
Okay.
2012, I released my second album. It was called Substance.
Okay, Substance. And then you released Through the Veil, which was only like a year and a half ago or something, right? Or 2 years ago.
Correct. Yeah, the end of 2014, I released Through the Veil.
I have to tell you, Through the Veil is the bomb. It is such a good album. They're all good albums, but Through the Veil, it's like every song is like a hit. And I went looking on iTunes because, you always go on iTunes. I don't know if everybody does this, but when you buy music, you go on iTunes to see like how many songs have like lots of bars on them.
Uh-huh.
And when you go on Through the Veil, I think there's like 9 songs maybe or 10. I don't know how many songs, but almost every song has a full bar on it, which that shows you what a great album it actually is. Because it's not like one song out of 12 everybody liked and they hated all the rest of them. They liked every song they liked.
Yeah.
I don't go to those places to buy music ever because I have our guests send it to us.
Oh, well, I have her music too.
What did you get? What'd you get out of this girl?
I got her a whole new album that we're going to be talking about in a second.
Am I going to like it?
You're going to love it.
Then put it in the car.
No, you're going to love it.
Because we have trips to Long Island next weekend from Pennsylvania, and when we're in the car, I only play Wendy Moten. I play my sweetheart. What's her name? Joya Bruno, who I love. I have so many.
Actually, she might know. Do you know who Wendy Moten is?
I don't.
She sang a song. She's supposed to be like the next Whitney Houston, and unfortunately, she didn't get that big. But she did have a couple #1 hits, Coming In Out of the Rain. She sings like a lot of ballads and stuff.
She sings everything.
And she's also the backup singer for like now. I think she's on tour with like Michael McDonald or somebody.
Julio Inglés. I mean, I have so many people, and if I love your album, you'll be in my car.
Yeah, you're gonna love it.
Now, I want to tell you what the advantages of being in my car. I drive an Audi TT convertible, and when I'm in the city, I put my music on. Well, months and months ago, a guy in the car next to me said to me, "Who is that singing? Oh my God, I love that song. I've been following you for 10 blocks at every light just to hear that song." And I forgot who. I think it was Joya Bruno singing the James Bond song that I love.
For Your Eyes Only.
For Your Eyes Only.
We're gonna play that later.
We're gonna play that. And so now I'm going to do the same thing for you. When I drive in Manhattan, I'm going to blast you. And if they say, "Oh, I love that song. Who is she?" I'm going to say,
Arika Kane.
No, I'm not going to say Arika Kane because I'm going to forget that name. I'm going to say it's Susan Lucci.
So let's go back.
Arika Kane, you idiot.
No, we're going to go back. So you have Through the Veil, and I want to bring it up because you've done a whole new thing now with this new record, so I want to talk a little bit. Basically, like your other albums and Through the Veil, it's like basically like classic, beautiful, fantastic like R&B music is kind of like how I would like
That's
address
my favorite.
it. And
my favorite.
And it's very, very classic. You've had all kinds of huge hits and everything. And on there, you did a ballad with Brian McKnight. It's called "It's There," featuring Brian McKnight, who's like a superstar. Mm-hmm. And that is like one of the most beautiful songs. And I have to tell you, well,
play the friggin' music.
We're not playing it. Just wait.
You're giving me an erection.
I know, but I can't.
Without
help it.
any.
Well, we're not playing that song anyway. I'm talking about it. I'm helping promote
I know,
her
but
stuff.
You're giving me an erection with the music without any kind of satisfaction.
You'll get a satisfaction. Just relax. It is the most beautiful song. I'm not kidding you. In the last week, I downloaded it a week ago.
Have a good divorce lawyer.
Would you please let me
Shut
do this?
up.
In the last week, I probably listened to the song 150 times. It's so beautiful. It really is.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, that's one of a kind song. They don't make songs like that anymore. So I made sure that it was part of my album on Through the Veil.
I love it.
You know why they don't make songs like that? Because they don't have voices anymore. Everything goes through a machine. Like Cher. Cher goes through a machine. She goes in a man, comes out a woman.
So hold on. So let's talk. So you did 3 kind of traditional, fantastic, very well received R&B albums, and then you came out with this new album, and it's called Arika Kane, the remix album. And basically, you've remixed all the fantastic R&B songs and turned yourself into now, besides a fantastic R&B artist, now you're an EDM artist.
What's that?
Electronic dance music.
Oh, I love that too.
I know you love it. That's what you're going to like.
My 2 favorite music.
I know. That's why you're going to love it.
And dance is my favorite.
So what made you decide to go ahead and do that, first of all? Because usually, a lot of times people do it the other way around because it's easier sometimes to break into the EDM market. Mm-hmm. They might break into the EDM market and then go into the R&B because that's so much harder, and you've already like a R&B superstar. So you did it kind of like reverse of everybody else. Like, how did you come up with that, or what made you decide to do that?
Well, it kind of just happened naturally as I was doing the albums. Like, for example, very successful remixers remixed this album. Platinum producers Louis Martinet, Steve Migliore, and Stephen Focus. And they all have platinum records, amazing talent. And as I was doing each album, I was like, you know what? Let me take a couple of these and do a few remixes. So I actually had the bulk of the album, already put together. And after Through the Veil, I was like, I need to do a couple off of Through the Veil and complete this project. And then I decided, we got to put it out. And I figured it was better to do it the opposite way, because then you have so many different layers to the music.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes when you do dance music first, you can't really backtrack to R&B.
You're right. You're right. No, I think it was really smart. You see very few people do it, so I think it was a great decision. It was really smart. And do you remember the girl group Expose?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I think, I'm not positive, but that's who Joya Bruno, when he says Joya Bruno, she's one of the singers she's one of the singers in Expose. And I believe that Louis Martinet might have remixed a bunch of their stuff back in the day.
Yes, I was going to say that when you say that, because he did, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like 6 degrees of separation. Or
now,
actually, it's 2 degrees.
Who writes your music? You, or you've got people that write for you?
Myself and a couple other writers on the label, Lou Humphrey and Jasmine Joyner, are the writers of most of my records. So
wait, one more question, and then I'm going to give it to you. I've often wondered, how is it that you write music and don't sound like somebody else's music? Where does it come from? I mean, there are just so many notes that you can switch around and combine to make a song. How do you get that cleared up where it's your song, your music, not the Supremes or Donna something?
You know what? It comes from the soul. I mean, I think sometimes we all have influences, and we're all, inspired by artists we grow up with, but at the end of the day, if it's coming from your soul, it's original, because there's no soul like you know what I mean? So as long as you tune into that inspiration of your spirit and your soul and the message and what you want to get across and the feeling and the vibe, I mean, it speaks for itself, I guess.
So is Lou the same Lou who's like the head of BSE?
Yeah, he's also a very talented musician and songwriter. He wrote songs for Freddie Jackson. He's a musician. He plays the guitar, keyboards. He's very talented. So
let's give a shout out. What's Lou's last name?
Lou Humphrey.
Lou Humphrey. I want to give you guys a shout out. I actually spoke to him on the phone yesterday. The nicest guy ever. He was such a gentleman, such a great, no wonder he's so successful and you guys are so successful because he was just wonderful. So we just want to give him a shout out.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about rap music?
I'm a fan of conscious hip hop music. Hip hop music that has a message. I'm not too much a fan of the trendy music, period. I'm not a huge fan. But I like hip hop music that feels good and has a good message.
There you go. I have an artist I'm going to introduce you on Twitter.
Do you call it singing?
No.
Neither do I. I call it talking.
Yeah.
Talking, yeah. So when they say that they sing this song, I get a little nervous. I say, no, Johnny Mathis sings. You're talking.
Right. That is true. You got to remind them sometimes.
I'm going to actually introduce you, though. I'm working with an artist. His name's Drew Ross. We actually had him on Apollo Night LA on Monday. He was fantastic. He's throwback. It's all positive. His first single's called Love Stimulation for the Nation, and he sounds a lot like Snoop Dogg. He happens to also be white, and he is like phenomenal. He is like a really, really. So I'm gonna introduce you guys on Twitter because I think you'll actually like him, and he's really, really talented.
Yeah, I could tolerate it. Yeah, I listen to him. And I'm not a fan of rap.
It's not rap though; it's hip hop.
Well, whatever the hell is the difference. But he talks with a song in his voice. He doesn't just talk like, I'm going to get you and kill you, woman.
He doesn't like gangster rap. That's his whole thing. He doesn't like the people who talk about bitches and hoes and all that stuff. He doesn't like that.
I was driving down 3rd Avenue one day in New York City with my top down, and a car next to me almost blew me away. Boom, boom, boom. That goddamn bass. He must have had 50 bass speakers in the car. And then I hear the guy singing, woman, I'm going to beat your ass. I'm going to slit you. I'm going to cut you. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. And I thought, what the hell is this? And I looked at the guy and I said, you got to be kidding. He said, what's your problem, man? I said, my problem is your music is horrible. And he sped off.
I have to actually tell you a story, and don't use the words, so don't you say it. Okay. What? But we were in an album release party Saturday night, and a guy had headphones on, and he was singing. It was a black guy. And in the song, he used the N-word and shit. And I didn't hear all of it. And Ron goes, why do you have to use that word? And the guy stops and looked at him, and I thought, oh my God, we're gonna get killed in New York.
Wait
a second, let me finish. I just told you. Let me finish.
Oh, you're gonna beat me now. Ooh,
and so
let's go to bed. Ooh, he's gonna beat me.
And then the guy said, what did you say? And he says, why do you have to have a song with that word in it? That's like terrible. And the guy said, you know what? That's really nice that you would say that. That lets me know that you're not a racist. And you're right. We really shouldn't use that word.
No,
in music.
You know why? Because I'm not gonna use. Listen, I could use the word, but I won't. Listen, I was at a party at
No, we're not going to tell that story. No.
Yeah, I'm going to tell. It's a nice story. No. Stop being afraid of what you're saying.
I'm not being afraid, but I don't want to have to edit it all out.
You don't have to edit it. It's a nice. I'm going to use I'll spell it.
Yeah. Okay.
We were at a famous singer, my gorgeous black girl. She's magnificently beautiful, and if I was straight, I'd be in love with her and get married.
BNGB.
BNGB. You know who she is?
She's from the MC Hammer days.
Oh, I mean, she's gorgeous. Can she sing? She sang a song for Jimmy and I. That's our wedding song, and the song is called Love. Now, we're invited to the party in her home, magnificent home in Georgia, 4 stories high, elegant, gorgeously furnished. She's a beauty. It was like magic time. And somebody said the word N-I-G.
The bad way to say the word that you're not supposed to say.
No, they said it the right way.
Right.
N-I-G-K.
N-I-G-G-A.
N-I-G-G-A. And I was upset about it. You can't do that. I'm white, and it's not nice. It's disrespectful to me because I don't use it, so why are you doing it? And I questioned the person on it, and he started to laugh. He said, Ron, he said, when we say it, we say N-I-G-G.
With an A.
With an A. When white people or people who are derogatory say it, they say
E-R.
With the E-R. That's the difference. So when you hear a rapper singing with that word, it's always N-I-G-G-A. G-A. That's permitted, but the R is not. So I learned that. Now, this guy was singing the song, but he used the R. He didn't use the A. And I said to him, that's disgusting. How could you sing that song? What's wrong with you people? You're talking about yourselves. You're only going to encourage white young people to use the word because they say, oh, it's okay. The black dude down the road uses it. I can use it too. It's unnecessary. It's not a necessary word. I mean, I used it on the show today because it was a point I had to make about gay people say fag and they say that. So it's as in joke. But that's got to stop too. Even the fag stuff has got to stop. I'm not going to say it. I always say it as fun, but I'm gay. I mean, I'm allowed. But anyway, I forgot what I was talking about.
You didn't even get to the point then.
What's
anyway.
the point?
Huh?
Oh, so the point was they were all hysterical. They loved me. They thought I was a riot because of the things that I was saying. And then I said something else. I said, and what's this? What is it called? A wigger? The white guy that acts like a black guy. And I didn't know what that fully meant. And then they told me what it meant, that it was an insult. And I had no idea because I've heard it used in the music business all the time. And I thought that it was a proper word. You know, I'm 76 years old, so I came from the old world where it was not polite to say any of these things. I mean, you just didn't do it. It was just not done.
And that's the way it should be now. Nobody should be doing it now.
If it was done, people were shocked and appalled and horrified. It was like, oh my God, what's wrong with you?
Actually, Cherie is in the chat room too, and she's saying that she thought she was your girl because you just said BNGB was your girl.
No, I could be like Trump. I could have all of them. I mean, you know, I love Cherie too. I mean, there's so many. Listen, let me tell you something, my darling. Your being on this show, in case you didn't know it, is a big deal. We have had, because of Jimmy inviting, of course, all of the guests, some of the most talented, fabulous people on this show.
You're going to find out that she's one of them.
Oh, I know. I love her already. She's my friend already. And no, seriously. And you will see that we have the best. We don't have any junk on our show. I think once we had a jerk and we sort of cut him short for 10 minutes and got rid of him. But no, but it's true. It's true.
All right, so let's go back to Erica.
I want to hear her fucking music.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. All right.
Jesus
so Erica.
Christ.
All right, everybody.
Music out of him.
This is Arika Kane, everybody. She's got a brand new album. It's called the Remix Album. We're going to play her new song. It's called Liberated.
Oh, Liberated.
Liberated. And Chad, you got the song ready?
I'm excited.
kept it.
All right, so here's what I want you to do, Erica. You introduce the song for us, and then Chad's going to play the song, and just hang out, but don't do anything you don't want anybody to see because everybody will still see you while we're listening to the song.
Yeah, and you made me curse. You made me curse.
And
you got me upset.
So let's go with that. So you introduce the song for us. Chad's going to play it, and then we're going to come back and talk about it.
All right, cool. Everybody check it out. This is my single Liberated off the Remix album. And it's available Amazon, iTunes, and Google Play. And it's a very empowering song. And it's the dance remix, so get ready to dance.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. We were dancing at the Monster last week.
You can't handle it, so I'm moving forward and leaving the past behind. I'm ready to do what I want. Nobody can tell me what to do, and you can try to define who I am, but I'm the one who gets to recognize our power to see through. And then there is nothing that can hold you down. Yeah, I'm liberated. Won't take no more, won't take no more. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, there you go.
Alrighty, everybody. So that was the fabulous Arika Kane. The new single is called Liberated. It's off of her remix album that's available on all the digital download sites right now, and it is awesome. And the chat room loved it. Eric, everybody loved it, really.
Yay, I'm so happy.
I couldn't hear it because something was wrong with the equipment, and it didn't go through my earphones. So I'm going to slip my wrists.
Oh. Well, now you're going to have to play it in your car,
That's
right?
That's right.
No. As soon as the show is over and I go home, I'm going to play it on my stereo.
There you go. You got to love it. It was fabulous.
Do we have the whole album?
Yes.
Good. I want to hear the... While we're cooking, we'll play the album.
There you go. So everybody, it's called the remix album. It's by Arika Kane. Remember, Arika Kane is with an A, so it's ARIKAKANE. It's got 9 tracks on the remix album. Are all the songs remixed? Are all the songs released on another album, or just some of the songs are released on some of your other albums and turned into dance mixes?
Yeah, just a few from each album, and it's possible that I may do another one because I have so many songs that would just be amazing remixes. So there's a possibility there.
There you go.
Do you do covers?
Yeah, I do covers. Actually, my performances over the past couple years, I incorporated Aaliyah. I'm not sure if you know that artist.
I do.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I don't. She's too young.
I know her.
Yeah. So
I know the old bags, all the old bags.
The old bags.
No, but some of them I knew personally, like Doris Day.
Right.
She's a wonderful person. I love Doris with all my heart.
I was actually in the Bahamas.
Do you know who Doris
when
Day
she
is?
died?
Yes.
Oh.
Aaliyah, when she died. I
didn't even know she was alive.
First of all, you know what I like about Aaliyah? Because she's like you, was very versatile, and she actually did a song on the Anastasia soundtrack, which was like a cartoon about Anastasia, the Russian Tsarina or whatever whoever she was, and like it was my favorite like song, and it was way out of character from what she like normally does, and she was so talented, and it was such a terrible thing. Like it's terrible when anybody dies, but Aaliyah was just fabulous. She was such a super talent. Who are some of the people that you are influenced by, or that you really like think are really like dope right now, cool right now? He doesn't like the word dope.
Don't say dope. I hate that word. No, don't endorse the word dope. It's terrible.
To be honest, now I actually I'm having more and more of a hard time finding inspiration nowadays with music because the value of music and the integrity of music seems to be lessening over the years.
Thank you.
So I have to like dig into my background from when I grew up and, influences from my family, like my parents, who they listen to, a very broad spectrum from Stevie Wonder to the Eagles to Fleetwood Mac, Manhattan Transfer.
Oh my God, I love Manhattan Transfer.
Chicago.
Awesome.
Yeah, Manhattan. And actually, people in the chat room are saying it's great to hear actually really good singing on a dance track because, a lot of times, people who sing on dance tracks don't necessarily always have great voices.
Goes through the machinery.
It goes through the machinery.
Like
so the fact that you actually
take me home.
The fact that you actually sing really well and can put it into a dance track is really, really cool, and everybody seems to appreciate that in the chat room.
Like Cher sings like a man with constipation. I read that somewhere. I read that once someplace. A male.
And that's what it really bothers me. Like, even the iconic artists that I grew up listening to, or, a bunch of generations grew up, they're trying to, stay trendy and follow, whatever.
Doesn't work.
And it just doesn't work.
No.
Absolutely. I agree 100%.
Johnny Mathis. You know who Johnny Mathis is?
Yes and no.
Oh, my God. I know him. He's a wonderful human being. I love him. He's a black artist. He's been around forever and ever. Mm-hmm. And he was the #1 song forever. How many albums does he have?
Yeah, he's actually, because they didn't track record sales back in those days, they say that if they would have tracked his record sales, he would be the #1 selling artist of all time. Him and Frank Sinatra would be the two most. 300. I think they said he sold 360 million records.
Yeah,
wow.
And so that's Johnny Mathis.
Chances are, that song.
Chances are, though I wear a silly grin, the moment you come into view.
Anyway, you have to look up Johnny Mathis.
Anyway,
he's awesome.
I've heard of him, but I've never followed his career.
He did the Old Navy commercials at Christmas like 2 years ago with Morgan Fairchild.
I ran into him. I ran into him in the bread basket in Gayville, Hollywood, and we were chatting. And I was walking around the supermarket with him gabbing, and no one recognized him. And I said, Johnny, you're the most popular singer in the world. Why isn't nobody noticing you? He said, they don't. Nobody does ever. We got to the checkout. The checkout boy was there. And I said, do you know who this is? And the checkout boy said, no. I said, this is Johnny Mathis. He said, so? So I grabbed Johnny and I held him. He said, no, don't. I'm used to it. Nobody knows who I am. So what does he do? He decides he's going to make some kind of a song. I don't know what the hell it was. But he was going to come to today's music. Well, it sounded like an old man in a nursing home trying, I don't know what and I contacted him after. I said, Johnny, kill it, destroy it, get rid of every copy. It's not you, honey bunch. You've got a voice. You can sing. You can sing. This shit of today, they don't sing.
No, it's depressing because a lot of the 90s R&B that I listen to 90s R&B now because I can't get that anymore. And now the same artists that I listen to are coming out with albums they're not singing and there's auto-tune and there's this and there's that. And it's like, no.
No, I agree.
Well, you know what? The kids today don't know the difference. I have a nephew who's finally come into listening to albums. Joni James, Doris Day, Peggy Lee, the great artists of the 50s and 60s. And they say, oh, it's slow, it's dull, it doesn't have acoustics, it doesn't have explosions, it doesn't have bass. I said, no, it has a voice. And they say, who needs a voice? We need everything else.
Yeah, smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, so kids today don't want a clean mic. They don't want anybody singing on a clean mic. So that's why we don't have nightclubs. Mm-hmm. Because if you were a nightclub performer years ago, there was nothing but a mic. No anything, not even echo or reverb.
And that's what it should be. I mean, look at The Voice. It's supposed to be about the voice, but now it's about this big production. Exactly. It's about the celebrity judges, careers and performing. Exactly. And it's like, oh my God.
Yeah,
and it's
you're right.
It's screaming. It's not singing. When they hit those high notes, They sound like chimps in the jungle or crazy people being murdered or raped.
He doesn't like the.
It's those high notes.
I like those high notes. So
that's screaming.
He doesn't like the Mariah Carey kind of
It's not
singers.
a high note,
I
Jim.
love it.
It's a scream. A note you hold. You don't. What they do that vibration shit. Peggy Lee used to take.
She's laughing.
Wait, Peggy Lee used to take a breath, one breath, and she'd sing. Oh, I can't even think. I know. I love her. I so many songs of hers. Anyway, she could hold a note with one breath. That was like a violin, clean. Who does that? Wendy Moten. You've got to look up Wendy Moten and listen to Wendy.
I'll introduce her to you on Twitter. She's fabulous.
You listen to that voice. It is velvet. It holds a note. It's enchanting. It's wonderful.
Like you, because you can hold a note.
I didn't hear you, so I can't give you that compliment. But I will. I'll write on your Facebook. But listen to Wendy Moten. She's got an incredible voice. How that girl...
They said Black Coffee by Peggy Lee. Is that a song?
Black Coffee by... I don't know that one. Here's Peggy Lee. Just for a thrill. You made me leave my happy home just for a thrill. Now, they don't want that shit today. Today they want just for a thrill. I mean,
yeah, there is. If it was just the voice and not everything else, I mean, there's just...
No, I agree. And
she sang to a piano with an open mic. I used to see her in Basin Street East in New York City 100 years ago. When Peggy Lee sang, the dishes stopped. They didn't serve the food. If somebody began speaking, she stopped and said, "Whenever you're ready, I'll continue." And everybody got embarrassed and shut their mouths. So you could hear a pin drop. Because when she sang a whisper. Just that kind of voice you can't do today. People fall asleep.
One thing I liked about, especially the Through the Veil album, is like there are some like slower songs where you're holding notes and you're actually singing, and that's how everybody knows that you are a great vocalist and that you can sing, because you can't auto tune, you can't fake a ballad. You can fake all the dance songs and you can fake the fast up tempo songs, but there's no way to fake a ballad, and that's why.
And her voice sounds like you're blowing through bamboo, which years ago was quite a compliment. Like a bamboo wreath. That's what what they used to put in the trumpets and stuff. So that's a great compliment when they say you sing like you're singing through a bamboo wreath. Your voice is that pitch of the wreath of a bamboo. And in speaking, I don't know what you sound like in music. You could stink for all I know. I have to listen to you later. But everybody loves you in the chat room.
Yeah, everybody loves you.
And I think our chat room is pretty tasteful.
I know. We have because half the people in our chat room are music promoters.
Right. And I know that Jimmy wouldn't carry on.
If
Jimmy thinks you're okay, he does, that was a great song, blah, 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 and he moves on. He would not have gone so far as to do what he did for you. So I know you got to be good.
She's fantastic, everybody. So listen up. Let's follow at Arika Kane on Twitter, you guys. Follow her record label. They've got a lot of other great artists. You can follow at BSE Recordings. Her website is erikakane.com. Are you Arika Kane pretty much in all your social media?
Yep, everything. Instagram, Facebook, everything.
All right, everybody. So check out Arika Kane. Again, we want you to go out. Remember that she's on a record label, but it's still indie, and indie artists, need to sell records so they can eat. So let's, even though she's had... like 20 song placements on the most popular TV shows in the world, and she's sold tons of records. She still needs to sell more, so please support Arika Kane.
Let's have the price. That's so important to people to know what it would cost them to get her album.
All you do is go on iTunes. Like any idiot can do that.
You could tell them what your album.
They're all different. She's got a bunch of them. It's like $1.29 a song. Probably, right? Mostly? So it's $1.29 a song, everybody?
Now, what else gives you joy and pleasure for $1.29? Think about it, folks.
That's right.
Nothing
you can
today.
be liberated for $1.29 and get the new single, Liberated by Arika Kane.
No, my point is you could listen to her over and over again for $1.29. You can't even get a pack of gum for $1.29, which you chew and spit out.
There you go. You got a lot.
Go get the album, folks. It's a good investment. You're investing in fun.
All right, you guys, so follow Arika Kane everywhere around. Follow BSE Recordings. Again, we want to thank Lou, and we want to thank Bruce Jackson from Blast FI and JFM Media. Radio for setting this whole thing up. We wish you all the best in everything that you do, and we hope the whole album goes to #1 and every song on it's a hit.
And it was a pleasure meeting you.
Much. It was such a pleasure. I love you guys. I hope.
I love you too. You're a sweetie girl. You're a nice girl.
Absolutely. We'll have you back anytime you got anything to promote. Let us know, and we'll talk to you soon. And I'll see you on Twitter.
All right. Sounds great.
Bye, everybody.
Have a good one, honey.
Care. Bye. Thanks for everybody listening.
All right.
All right.
All right, everybody. That was Arika Kane.
She's another one that sounds like a young girl, like a 9-10-year-old girl. Doesn't she sound girly with that little voice?
She's very girly, and she's.
But what's her voice sound like for real?
And Chad.
Hi, Captain.
Is there a reason why we couldn't hear it? Is there a way to play some of it and see if we can hear it real quick?
Can you hear this?
No.
You
No.
passing gas?
It's only me and your listening audience that can hear.
Was that you passing gas?
No, only everybody else can hear, so
Smartass.
we'll have to play it. From now on, you're going to have to start listening to it ahead of time in case we have these problems.
Yeah, right.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't like doing that because then I'm not fresh. I
know,
like to
but-
go in there fresh.
I know, but
And then
there's
it's
nothing I can
rehearsed.
do
And
about
then it's rehearsed like, oh, I love your music, blah, 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 blah. You know, I really think we should get this operation working so we can
it
hear
wasn't
it.
us.
He
It's
likes
not
the,
us.
he likes the element of surprise, I guess.
Not
Yes.
surprised, Chad. I found the success to all of my interviews with my legends. They all had interviews rehearsed. I used to watch some of their interviews, and then 3 or 4 would be alike. They would say the same questions and the same shit. I thought, how boring is this? Now, Ron Russell's not going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to research anything. I'm going to finger my way through and find out what the nitty-gritty is. And that's why my show, what was it called? Set the Record Straight.
What was it called?
Cue card.
was such a great success. When I said to Jane Russell, what size bra were you in 1940, she was taken it back. She said, a 36B. You know, I said, well, how come they said you were 34D? She said, I'm not a cow. You know, and those things were never in any of her interviews. So I figured the element of surprise with the star does work. You can get out of them the true thing, the nitty-gritty. And once you do, like all the other interviewers do, they research the star for hours, and it's corny. It's like,
You're right.
and then the movie you were in 1954 where you lost your virginity. You know, blah, blah, blah. Ugh.
That's Jimmy's
My
part.
thing is, my thing is in
Thanks, Chad.
1964 when you got banged on the set of that
Right,
movie.
that's
you get
Ron's
knocked
part.
up. You know, that kind of shakes the shit out of them.
Yeah,
When
I
said
do
to-
like
when
how
I
you
said-
roll off the cuff there, Ronnie boy.
When I said to Cliff Robertson, I heard your ex-wife was a bitch. I never saw a man's face changed. I had to shake him out of a bush because all he did was, yep, nope, yep, nope.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't stand an interview like that. Well, after I called his wife a bitch, he said, she's not a bitch. She was very nice. I said, well, she played a bitch. He said, well, that's called acting. So I got him to talk from a nasty remark.
Nice.
All right, so I guess we're not going to really play music, though, if we can't hear it. Like, well, maybe we will in a
Still
second,
play
but
it,
let's...
let everyone else hear
let's
it.
Now what darkness are we going into?
Huh?
Now what
We're not going into any darkness. First of all, you guys, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. Our Fran Drescher show's got 4 million plays, so please, you can check it out. It's on SoundCloud, iTunes. Actually, you can hear them on iHeartRadio, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Audio Boom, Podomatic, Apple TV, iTunes, Spreaker. On television, you can watch the videos on Roku, YouTube, and video. We want everybody always to tune in live on Wednesdays from 3 to 5 p.m. on W4CY Radio, and that way you get to hear both of us and the fabulous Chad Murphy live.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I want to thank all of you who sent me IMs and emails about the Fran Drescher show. That's a perfect example of not being rehearsed. I became very emotional at one point in that show, and that was genuine and sincere to the fact where I was a bit embarrassed because professionals don't have emotion when they do interviews, but I couldn't help it. I was heard saying to Jimmy, I knew I couldn't do it when I spoke of Sal. Everyone loved the honesty and the sincerity and the sadness of what I had to say. And people have said to me, Ron, that was your #1 interview of the thousands of interviews you've done. And that's the element of surprise or unrehearsed.
Well, you can also hear us on Monster FM Radio in New York, Hamilton Radio in New Jersey, K4HD Radio in LA, and all those other things. And we post the shows pretty much right after the show, and it goes into syndication, and we just want to thank everybody for tuning in all the time. We're having a lot of fun. The guests are always fun. We really wish Arika Kane all the best in everything that she
Are
does.
we winding up?
No.
Oh, I want to thank all the aliens in the sky that listen to our show. They're cousins of mine and probably, relatives, ancient alien relatives. So I want to thank all the aliens that hear us.
There you go.
And listen, guys, come on down. We want to meet you. It's time. It's time that the aliens come down.
There you go. Also,
Maybe they can get rid of ISIS. Do it from wherever you are.
Also, we want to let everybody know that if you like good movies, Tuesday, Don't Breathe came out with Stephen Lang. We interviewed him last year. He's fabulous. A really, really good and creepy horror movie, and it came out on Tuesday. You can get the DVD or download it from any of your digital platforms, and it is an awesome, awesome movie. So you definitely need to see Stephen Lang.
Stephen Lang, folks,
and Don't Breathe
is up there with my Tony Curtis and a few others who I love, love, love. Here is a straight man, totally straight, who was dancing with me, hugging me, and as wonderful as could be, not homophobic at all, enjoying the crazy gay guy that was interviewing him. He is a sweetheart. He is a great actor. That movie was wonderful. Go see it. It's a Hitchcockian. And if you want to be on the edge of your seat, it's one of those. Look, I got goosebumps. Look at my goosebumps.
I know.
I got all goosebumps talking about. I can't wait for it to come on Netflix so I could watch it again. Like in bed with a chocolate cake and a container of milk. That's how I like to relax. That's Stephen Lang. And also, Stephen told me he's got 3 movies coming out where he's in them, starring in them. What are those movies called?
The 3 Avatar sequels.
The Avatar, and I love the Avatar movie. I'm crazy about it. It's my relatives. So he's going to do 3 Avatar movies in a row. So we're going to see Stephen again. If I'm tempted to go up to New York State where he lives. We went up to his town when we were house hunting, and Stephen said it's a very quiet town, but you like it. Well, Jimmy and I went up there. It was more than quiet. It was like a graveyard. I mean, you didn't see people, but the homes were beautiful. No, but it was definitely like they were afraid of aliens and they were hiding or something. But Stephen, if you get the word, you're terrific. And his wife, I understand, is a fabulous Hollywood fashion designer. She does costumes for movies. So they're super talented people.
There you go. You got to love it. It was all really cool.
But go see that movie. That movie.
Don't go see it. Just all you do is get it on iTunes, you guys. You can watch it on iTunes.
It'll scare the hell out of you. I mean, he's a crazy bastard in that movie. Woo! Scary, scary what he does to those people.
Also, you guys, for everybody who's purchased my short stories on Amazon, thank you so much. And we released an actual book called Dreamscapes, Monsters, Misery, and Mayhem. It's a collection of all the short stories put together in one book. It's only $3.99 on Amazon. All you got to do is Google Jimmy Star on Amazon, and you can get it. A bunch of the books are also in audio formats. So thanks again for your support, and please get my new book.
I had no idea that Jimmy could write. I know he knows how to spell, because every morning when I do my Facebook, I said, Jimmy, how do you spell this? Because I stink at spelling. I was never a good student. I was artistic. I can paint, I can sculpt, I can build, I can dress design, I can act, I can sing, I can dance, but I can't add and I can't spell. So I don't care. So people that read my Facebook page think I have an 8-year-old doing it for me. But no, it's not an 8-year-old. It's me, folks. The commas are wrong. Everything is, I don't know what I'm doing. But they read it. They like it. That's all that matters.
There you go. Hey, Chad.
It's what's in it, not what's how
That's
it
right.
looks.
Yes, sir.
It's what in it. So, Chad, here's what I want to do, because we've got a new song. It's coming out on Friday. It's called Ooh, and it's by Mother's Favorite Child with Paris Toon and Tanya Tiet. And even though Ron and I might not be able to hear it on I want everybody else to hear it, because it comes available on Friday on iTunes for everybody to get it. And so how about if we play that, and then after that our guest will probably be calling in.
Can you hear this?
I'm going to do my nails while you're doing that.
No, I can't hear anything.
Yeah, bummer. All
Bullshit.
right. So
I'll introduce it, though. I'll introduce it.
It's
It's not our side.
I really don't like
All right,
this.
everybody, so listen up. This is a new song by Mother's Favorite Child. The name of the song is Ooh, O-O-O-H, Ooh, by Mother's Favorite Child. It'll be available on iTunes on Friday. Go get it. Here you go. Enjoy.
Washing dishes, listen to my favorite radio station. Ooh, reminiscing bottles, making love on the countertop, and you say, I let it all go. Pure ecstasy. Oh, don't you remember such a tragedy to leave it behind? Could that be all that we need? Hey, oh well, I guess that's all we need. Hey, yeah. Ooh, in the beginning we were smiling, holding nothing back, so much passion. And now you tell me I was temporary passing time, and that you found a brand new friend. Oh, I must have been so in love and blind not to have believed you when you told me your love would one day expire. Now every morning I'm hoping you lie. Oh, you couldn't really mean what you said, or we can talk about it later tonight. Ooh, back in the kitchen breaking dishes on the counter to a favorite station. As our hips are reacquainted, cause I never contemplated what you meant when you told me you were passing time.
Squeeze the song.
Woo! There you go.
Hey, everybody, that was Ooh by Mother's Favorite Child, and Ron and I got to actually hear it because I was on the W4CY app on my iPhone, which you guys can go to the app store and download, and you can hear our show live every Wednesday from 3 to 5 p.m., plus all the other shows on W4CY.
Meanwhile, the girl that was singing on the telephone sounded like Carmen Miranda. Do any of you know who Carmen Miranda is? Who?
You know the girl who sings the song?
Do I like her?
Yeah, she sings Reflections at the Disco Ball.
Oh my God! Are you? That's the same girl.
That's the same girl.
That's my favorite song.
Yeah, I know.
She sounded like Carmen Miranda. Boom chicka boom chicka boom chicka ba. It sounded like to me on that stupid little telephone. You got to hear these songs on big sounds. Could you imagine? I didn't know it was the same girl. Did you ever hear that song? Whatever he's talking about, Crystal Ball.
No, he doesn't know it. Like he's not even.
Nobody
even knows he's there.
We're not on the air with him, are we?
Yeah.
Oh, we're on the air. Oh shit.
Hey, this is an easy job as guest. Just keep talking.
Now we got to do the bullshit. Let Jimmy do the
right.
like. We never knew you were here.
Yeah, we're gonna pretend like we didn't know you were.
We don't know you're here. You're just coming on.
All right, everybody.
You know.
All right, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. I guess we're going to say he's a musician, he's a producer, he's an artist, he's a songwriter. Basically, everything you do in the music industry, he's the go-to guy. We want to welcome Mr. Bob Curiano. How you doing, and welcome to the show.
You said that very well, Curiano. Yes, we just discussed that.
Yes.
No, we didn't. I've never seen you before. I have no idea who you are.
Well, all I aspire to be, like I said to some people, is your favorite nobody.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I just met you a second ago.
All right, so let me introduce you to everybody first before we start talking. So this is our cool, outrageous man about town, Mr. Ron Russell.
Hello, Signora Curiano. ¿Cómo stai?
Yes. Buongiorno.
¿Cómo stai? How are you?
Bene.
¿Cómo sta? Actually, not stai.
I don't know.
¿Cómo sta?
Then we got the
mundo pian piano spariva lontanto laggiù.
Oh.
You know what that
is? Ho, ho, cantare, ho, ho,
well,
nel blu, dipinto di blu, felice di stare quassù. Okay.
Hold on. We got the man behind the boards, Mr. Chad Murphy.
Bob, welcome to the show, sir.
Oh, okay. I'm sir, yeah. Okay.
Sir. Yes, sir.
And then we've got a chat room. We've got a chat room full of people, so say hello to everybody in the chat room. That's you, Bob. Say hello to everybody in the chat room.
You're in the cloud. I'm over here on the other side of the screen. I'm not on the game yet, but hello.
There you go. That works.
We need a director. I keep telling everybody we need a director.
No, it's very good.
It's my first time. The first time with anything is.
That's what she said last night.
Oh my!
Actually,
be gentle. Be nice.
Oh, we're never gentle.
You're on the wrong.
We're always
show.
nice.
You're
but
on
we're
the
never
wrong
gentle.
show. Let me tell you.
So first of all, everybody, Bob. So you're actually calling us from New Jersey, right? You're in New Jersey.
Jersey.
Is that
No,
right?
I'm actually in the bubble of Little Ridgefield, Connecticut.
Oh, Connecticut. Okay.
We're going there in 2 weeks.
Okay, well,
I know.
if you want to be my friend, then call me. I'll meet you.
Okay. Okay. That's good. We're going up to Stanford.
Stanford.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the coast, the big city town. Yeah, okay, it's possible.
Actually, outskirts of Stanford. Kind of like near Monroe, New York, and Connecticut, that borderline sort of.
Yeah, there's a zigzag borderline that runs right through there. Yeah.
Like that neighborhood.
That's okay. So you're
now listen, you're a producer. What do you produce besides produce?
Right now, I'm just, producing myself.
That's good. You sound like a fun guy. Now listen, seriously, what have you produced? Don't give me a tough time on
he's
this
not,
one.
He's not totally a producer. Like you didn't listen to everything I
heard
said.
producer. My
okay,
antenna,
well that's like
I was looking for a job.
No, he's a music producer.
Oh,
the last things were really those boy band adventures.
Oh, then if you're not a producer of movies, I'm not.
He wants
I'm not
going
to talk to you anymore. It's not worth my time.
No, okay. So first of all, let's talk. Well, first of all, I want to talk a little bit about the boy band stuff because, like, I love the boy band stuff. Basically,
boy band. That's Aaron.
Like that, but he's worked with boy bands much bigger than Aaron.
Oh, isn't Aaron the boy band?
Aaron was in a boy band, but there's a million
it called
boy
the
bands.
boy band?
No, it's called Worlds Apart. Was his boy band?
Oh, I thought it was.
But guys, these are boy band stories with not with happy endings.
That's okay. We don't have to talk about
that.
We don't have to talk about all those stories. Just in general, I know that I think you were one of the very first writers and producers for the Backstreet Boys, which are arguably but them and NSYNC are the two biggest boy bands probably in history.
Right. That's correct. I knew Lou Pearlman a long time ago, 1973. Actually, the story was that Lou wanted to be a boy band star. His cousin is Art Garfunkel. And he lassoed me and wanted to become the next iteration of Simon and Garfunkel. So I sent you a little photo of Pearlman.
Yeah, I know. I saw a picture of you. Okay.
Do you think it would work today, Simon and Garfunkel?
Yeah.
You think?
Well, I think it would work with like an older audience.
Could we get them to rap?
No.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of lost in the shuffle with that.
Yeah.
The new line.
Picture Simon and Garfunkel rapping.
So actually, you were before Lou Pearlman and all the negative things that like happened with Lou Pearlman and all the different like stuff that happened with the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. You're like way before that, and you were actually writing the songs that they were recording.
Well, he called me and said, "I found these kids. Can you come down and help me out?" I went to Orlando. These were nice little kids playing pinball, and they couldn't sing or dance really that well together. So I had 3 days. I put them in the studio, gave them something of a demo they could lip sync with and showcase to record labels, and they did. And I didn't have a contract. And when they got signed,
you got
the
done.
rest is history.
What is wrong with you? What are you, crazy?
I'm
oh
a
my
stupid
God!
Italian. They're smart.
That's the worst story I've heard in days. Stop it! I don't want to hear anymore.
Bad story.
Look at the money you lost. Holy shit!
Yeah,
I would have taken all their throats out so they couldn't sing.
Go ahead, just rub salt into the wound. That's what I'm here for.
No, I'm being a paisano. I'm feeling your pain. I mean, that's a bitch. They made a lot of money. Those people, those kids, right? Didn't they make a lot of money?
Backstreet Boys, absolutely. I know most of them.
I think I know who they are. Also,
you know who they are, but
Well, I'm 100. I don't follow kid shit. I mean,
I'm a boy band like fanatic, and so like I also know you wrote the song "Blue" for Natural, which Natural was an unusual boy band because Natural, and I might be wrong if I remember because I had every boy band album, but Natural they could actually play instruments.
Did you have a contract?
None of the other boy bands could really. Nobody else really played instruments all so much, but Natural they actually learned how to play instruments, so they could have actually played instruments for their music.
All right, did you have a contract?
I did. I did finally get smart.
Right.
Just as the record business went down the toilet, I got smart.
You are a riot.
You know what? I have to have a
We
sense
should
of
meet-
humor.
We should meet you in Connecticut. We should go to lunch or something because we're not going to be there for dinner. We're just going to be there for lunch. We should call you. We could have a lot of fun at lunch.
I think it's cool. So like, because one thing is that I find very unusual about you and your career. Most people who work with boy bands and write songs for boy bands, that's like kind of like a bubblegummy pop kind of thing, which I happen to like and not like a lot. But then on the on the whole other spectrum of the whole music industry, then you're the bass and guitar player in Rainbow, which is arguably like one of the coolest like rock bands in history, and probably like the top 15 like rock bands of the coolest songs and stuff ever. And that's not bubblegum pop. Listen to it with like a little 12-year-old girl's music. And that's such a big diversity that you don't really see that a whole lot from people who work in the industry. So for me, that seems like something that's just very unique and different about you compared to other people who are in the same industry doing the same things that you do.
Thank you. My Italian genetics allowed me to hear music and allow me to play all these different genres of music. It sort of came with my upbringing. And, I was playing accordion as a little Italian kid, the American song.
Oh, my God. You too? My parents gave me an accordion, and I was about 4. I must have said, "You got to be out of your fucking minds." I mean, I never saw so many buttons in my life.
Well, we sat there in front of Lawrence Welk. I watched Lawrence Welk and marveled. That's what shredding on the accordion was.
Yeah, but I sat
shredding on the accordion.
I sat on a chair at about 6 years old with little navy blue shorts, like little short shorts. Yeah. And I pinched my dick with the accordion when I was squeezing it. my little bird got caught in the accordion. It's true. When it's like an accordion, pleated.
The bellows, yeah.
The bellows. And you're supposed to put it on your thigh when you're little, but the damn thing was bigger than me, and I got caught in it.
That's hilarious. So
wait a minute, not the end of the story.
That must have been a wake-up call.
Yes.
No, I loved it so much, I started to play the accordion every morning and night, hoping I get caught. No, but I told my parents, this is for the birds, not me. That damn thing was stupid. And my father used to play it like you can't believe. Now, this is going to freak everybody out. The war just ended, the Second World War. And my friend had a pickup truck. And they took all the bars down, and all the neighbors got on the pickup truck. And my father had to be a show-off with the fucking accordion. Well, the damn thing broke. Oh, no, he didn't have an accordion. He had the other thing. The other thing you squeeze.
That's an accordion.
No, not the accordion. The cylinder thing. The Italian thing. What the hell is it called? Oh, Jesus.
The cylindrical thing that you squeeze? Now, come on.
No, wait a minute. Wait. With buttons. What is it called? The concertino. The concertina.
Oh, that's too Italian for me. I don't go that.
That's what they were doing, and they were playing and I remember hanging off the back of the truck, terrified, because I thought I was going to fall into the street. They didn't care. In those days, they didn't do what they do with kids today. I mean, back then, I used to play on the rooftops of the apartment buildings down the block, up and down the fire escapes. I could have been killed anytime. My parents didn't care.
It wasn't cool to play accordion anymore after the British invasion. I threw it out.
Well, you see, you're way younger than I am. I was already old and married with a kid with the British invasion. I'm going back to after the Second World War. And I then studied the piano. And the piano guy he looked like Nat King Cole. He was a dear friend of my dad's at Elsa Grange's acting studio in New York City. And I sit there and he'd smoke and he kept a cigarette in his mouth. Never, and just letting it, and I couldn't stand the smell of the cigarette. So I no longer, so then I decided to dance and become a professional dancer, but I'm 6 foot tall. And in those days, they didn't hire 6 foot tall dancers because all the men were tiny little queens and the girls were little tiny girls. So I looked like this big skinny jerk. Then I went to do West Side Story. I went, balls I had in those days, to a cattle call for West Side Story in some apartment. And they said, "You're too ethnic looking." I said, "But isn't that like Spanish? It's supposed to be Spanish." They said,
"Well, that's right.
But you look Italian." I thought, well, what's the difference? Italians and Spanish look alike.
Yeah, really. You weren't white. You're not a white person.
No, I think what they was really saying was, you act like a fag. Now get the fuck out of here. So I think that's what it was. You're too faggy to. You're gonna be.
We're married and we're gay. He's allowed to use the fag word.
You're gonna be flitting.
You're not.
Yes.
You're gonna be flitting out there. A 6-foot fairy with long hair. You're gonna be flitting out there. But to me, all those queens in those days were backup boys.
Absolutely.
Every chorus
So
boy
hold on,
was,
I want to go back
a
though.
queen.
Okay, I want to go back. Okay, so first of all, anybody who doesn't know who Rainbow, like if you Google it, it'll say Richie Blackmore's Rainbow. They had the songs like Stone Cold, Street of Dreams, Since You've Been Gone. Stone Cold, awesome song. So you're not a founding member, but you tour with them, and you're going on tour again soon, right?
He reformed Rainbow after a 20-year hiatus from rock and roll, and it just was reformed for him to have fun and play some old songs. And I'll have to say that there were not rigorous rehearsals. He was not out to be king of the mountain or prove anything really. Again, he already had his legacy. He's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with Deep Purple. And so a lot of folks were, he's coming back. I'm going to love it. And the other half was, can he still do it? I'm going to scrutinize everything, And then I got the social media depression from all the blah, blah, blah that goes on associated with anything like that.
Absolutely.
And we walk on stage with a band put on paper with hardly any rehearsal, 16,000 seats sold out. And I'm cursing him under my breath. And I go, you bring me back, it's this way. And it's not a blues band. We're playing Highway Star. Things are involved. And he's laughing, we can laugh about things, Richie and I. That's what keeps it good.
Absolutely. And so it went well though, right?
It went well, but you know what? At this age, should you have any expectation? I have to manage my expectations.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Stop, halt. Do not. Fermity. Don't. There's no such thing as age anymore. I'm 76 years old. I started a new career. I'm television. I've been on television always. Jimmy and I got married, and he made me come on this show. I don't do radio, so I'm learning the radio portion. I thought I was retired. You don't retire until you're in the box. When you're in the box and they tighten the screws, then you retire. But until then, my friend, forge forward. You're going to be great. Come
no, I'm not saying. I go with a sense of humor, though. For me to have expected the highly precision delivery of a polished show that takes, many dozens of shows to get there. We were just never going to have that. And I had hoped we could circumvent that, get right to it, but no. But anyway, I had fun. But, there was that tenseness because it was never done before. And there were a lot of guys and people, even the old guard, who wanted to come back in. And Richie was not really intending to do it as sort of not a reformation, but bringing back the old band personnel. He was just inventing another band to play the songs.
Well, listen, if you got talent, you're going forward. If you don't have talent, you're yesterday's toilet paper, as Betty Davis said.
Well, you played bass and guitar, and so you're friends with Richie Blackmore, because otherwise you wouldn't be involved in all his projects, which is awesome, because he's like incredible. He's such an incredible artist. And so then you also played bass and guitar in Blackmore's Night, which is like a duo, right? I believe that's a duo.
Well, they call it a duo, but it's really a troupe of medieval minstrel-type Renaissance music. And it's far more diverse than just playing the rock show, because it involves acoustic and different rhythms. That's where Richie and I really sort of connected, because I was able to step up to these different approaches that finally he could explore after having played the greatest rock riffs in history.
Well, what were Richie's successes?
Richie?
Yeah.
My God. Well, Deep Purple was 1968.
I know that.
It started with Hush, and then it moved on to, I think, Smoke on the Water is the one that remains.
That was great. Smoke. Yeah, I love that song.
It's freaking awesome.
So he has some good successes, and his success will continue, because when you have talent and successes, it doesn't die.
He's like an icon.
It doesn't go away.
Okay, so then you're also, so basically you play bass and guitar like in a lot of cool bands. I didn't actually know what Mink DeVille was, but you played for several, off and on for several years, bass and guitar in Mink DeVille, which I had to Google them, and they were very popular. I didn't know who they were.
Well, they were a cult band that came out of the CBGB scene that was, part of that whole Talking Heads and Television and Blondie, and they came out of that situation even though they really weren't that style band. Mink DeVille was trying to recreate something of the Benny King Drifters type approach, and it came out a certain unique way. Jack Nietzsche, who worked with, who was the producer with the Wall of Sound?
Oh, you're just like me. Are we related?
The synapses don't fire as quickly as they used to.
That's for masturbating too much. When you're very young, no, my father used to say, if you jerk off too much, you're going to get stupid.
But it's good for your prostate, no?
I don't know about that. Is it? I guess. Was it good?
It is.
I don't know. Okay, if it is, it is. I'll take it.
I thought butt screwing was good for your prostate.
Here we go.
Here we go in the dirty
Are we going
side.
in this direction?
Listen, we're uncensored, unfiltered, and we can say whatever we fucking choose to say. That's what makes our show so terrific, because people feel like they're in our kitchen having coffee with us like regular people. We don't do that, what is it, CNN bullshit. And now, Ron Russell reporting on Cher's Bush. I don't like Cher today.
I could go with that. In fact, I wrote a song that makes fun of this urban language now that uses some very risque terms in terms of, the sexual activities and the names associated with it, like a blumpkin, a blowjob while you're taking a dump.
That's gross. We don't do that. That's gross. No,
that's awesome.
No, I think that's, whoever heard of President-elect Trump when he said, fuck you to whoever, I think ISIS. I mean, I thought that was absolutely our show. He should be on it. When he did
I invited him.
I mean, Donald Trump just got so disgusted, he said, fuck him. I mean, not from a president, not really nice. But what are you going to do? That's who he is, and that's who we are, and people seem to love us.
I like Blumpkin.
But wait a minute. Vulgarity today is not what it was in my day. In my day, it was horrific, and people would cringe. Today, vulgarity is, you walk in a room, hey, Bob, how the fuck are you? And it's very
understandable. We've de-evolved a little bit in our manners, but I use four-letter words. I have to say I do.
So do we.
I love them. You know what?
But Blumpkin's like 7.
No, that's gross. But curse words to me are like an ejaculation. When you do a curse word, you get rid of all kinds of toxic poisons in your body. Because to keep hatred or anger in your body is not healthy. But if you're angry and you say, you motherfucker, I'm going to get you, you son of a bitch, somehow those words seem to relax me.
It feels good to release it. Yeah, you might be ready for a rusty trombone.
Well, what's a rusty trombone? We're going to love this one.
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, come on.
You're going to have to Google it.
Wait, no.
A bunch of rusty trombone, a dirty
Bob.
Sanchez. I was writing this little ditty song called Mission A Go-Go. It was a knockoff of a 60s, mid-60s go-go surf music thing, and I wanted to call it Mission A Go-Go. I was boning up on the term mission is a go. Well, when you're on a mission, you're out for sex. When the girl is good to go, she's ready for sex. And associated with all that lingo are things like Dirty Sanchez, Rusty Trombone, and Donkey Punches.
Okay, so
what's rusty
rusty trombone, and a plural is rusty trombones, and it's very vulgar, and it's the actor performing analingus whilst reaching in between the legs to administer manual stimulation of the penis.
I don't even know what that was, what you said.
Yeah, wild.
It's eating somebody's ass and jerking them off at the same time.
that to me is disgusting. And
wait,
vulgar.
what's the other one? What's the Sanchez? What's the Sanchez thing called?
I just like cursing. I don't like the descriptive stuff.
Wait, he gave us another one though. What was the other one?
Look up a donkey punch. Now I really.
No, I know what a donkey punch is. I know what that is.
What is a donkey?
That's when you get punched in the back of the neck. It's like
for what reason?
Well, that's when you're getting it from behind and you hit her in the back of the head, so she tightens up and makes your ejaculation more pleasurable. Now, I really didn't want to do this.
Okay.
I have news for you.
Our
ratings are probably going to go through the roof
tomorrow. We have over 2.5 million people all over the world that listen and watch this show. And so, like with Fran Drescher, we just got I interviewed her 2 weeks ago. What a call we got on that. I mean, how many millions we got? 3.5 million?
4 million.
4 million 4 million hits on Fran Drescher.
Yeah, they're gonna love it. And actually, there's a movie called Donkey Punch, and it's like a horror movie.
Now with you, we're probably gonna get 4 million.
Wait, what's the other one though? What's the something Sanchez?
Now listen, you got to listen to the song I wrote, Mission to Go-Go, because it makes a whole thing out of it. There's dialogue in the middle.
Mission to Go-Go. Okay, we're gonna.
And yeah, Mission to Go-Go. It's my little take on all this language. And in the middle, there's the voice of Mission Control saying, "Listen to these two agents who are out on their mission. I want good, clean sex. This time, I don't want any donkey punching, any blumpkins, any rusty, and no rusty trombones." And the female agent, in a very erudite English way, says, "My God, no!" And he says, "I rather like that rusty trombone." And this is the kind of dialogue that's in the song. And these songs are, I don't know what they are because there's no more music business. These songs, they sound like they're from a show that should be off Broadway. Only I don't really have a show. There's songs about nothing really, but just me in my old age with my wandering mind.
Rantings of an old man.
Actually, hold on. Here's what I want to do though. So you have a is the video, is the Miserable Together for Life song, is that part of the whole like
That's
songs
part
for
of
your
this
favorite
version.
nobody?
Stop. Miserable for Life song.
It's Miserable Together for Life. It's a fun song.
It's part of this bunch that I haven't put together, but I think there's songs from your favorite nobody because that's me. And
I think you're a riot.
No, wait. We're gonna play this. Hold on.
Hang on. I got a new career.
We don't
for
have
him.
much time though.
Well, do stand up. You'll make money today. They make a lot of money stand up.
Hang on.
I'm scared to death. I'd rather do it with the song. I can't stand up and just rattle it off. Unless you're there with me, helping me.
I did stand up for 45 years.
Chad.
It's easy.
Yes, sir.
Okay, stop. Hey, Chad, do you have the video for Miserable Together for Life?
Yes, sir.
Well,
All
they
right.
could play the soundtrack. The video's just a slideshow.
Oh,
you
it'll
can
just
play
play.
it.
It'll just play the song. It's just gonna play the song anyway.
You want me to give you an intro about what it is?
Yeah, give us an
One of
intro
my
about what it
favorite
is.
movies was Annie Hall. In the movie, Woody turns to Keaton and says, "Look, I believe there are two kinds of people in the world, the horrible and the miserable. The horrible, well, they're people that no eyes, no legs. I don't know how they get through life. And the miserable is just you and it's like everybody else, just you and me." So I thought, wow, that's funny. I'm going to write this song, Miserable Together for Life. And again, it's a little bit of light satire, kind of dry stuff.
Are you singing? You're singing on this, right?
I'm singing, yeah. I'm singing in my Rat Pack, style voice. And there's a girl with
Frank
me.
Sinatra.
I'm not going to.
No, we're gonna let everybody hear it anyway. So
We don't hear anything.
No, you're gonna hear it. Just relax, Chad.
Hi, Captain.
Tell me to relax.
All right, so go ahead and introduce the song to Chad. Then hang on, we're gonna play it for everybody.
Okay, Miserable Together for Life. Thank you, Woody, for the inspiration. Woody Allen. There are two kinds of people in the world, the horrible and the miserable. And we're lucky to be miserable. Miserable together for life.
Oh, wise
That's so sad.
once proclaimed, there are two kinds of people in this world, the horrible and the miserable. What a true revelation I have gained. While the horrible may have no legs or have no eyes to see, all the rest of us are so lucky to be miserable like you and me. We're so lucky to be miserable, you and me, miserable together for life.
What a true delight,
We can't stand each other's sight.
day and night,
The wise man had it right.
so right.
Miserable together for life. If I had a choice between the two, course we're miserable.
Sometimes it seems we're not miserable at all.
Now, I don't want you worrying about this, dear. I assure you we are miserable. And if it'll ease your mind, we'll just look it up. Here it is. Miserable. Unhappy.
Yes.
Dejected.
Yes.
Depressed. Wretched.
Oh, yes.
Dismal. Heartbroken. And pitiful.
Yes, that sure is us. I'm so relieved. We truly are miserable.
And the best part is, it's for life.
Yes.
I don't know what I'd do. Being miserable without you. Misery loves company. It's so much better, you and me. I haven't had sex in years.
What joy brings me to tears. Miserable together for life.
So glad we're miserable. Not horrible. Miserable together for life.
Yeah, there you go.
Everybody, that was Miserable Together for Life by our guest who's on the air right now, Bob Curiano, and he's got another song that we're gonna get one day and play for you guys called "Missing a Go-Go" because that's the one. Mission a Go-Go. That's the one I want to hear.
This one was very cute. It had an old,
very good.
an old rock, not rock, roll swing of my day, not the swing of today. It's a different swing. Did you know that?
It's a nice little two-step, you know. It
Yeah,
bounces.
what we call doing the Lindy to it, you know, or
Right.
like form of a jitterbug, slow jitterbug.
Chad, what did you
was
think?
the Lindy.
Took me back in time.
There you go.
Oh, you
And I
weren't
like it,
around
though.
in
It's
those
funny,
days,
too.
Chad. You're
What-
too young to know those days.
What are you talking about? I know Blue Eyes.
Yeah, as an old man, but you didn't know Frankie when the girls used to go to the Brooklyn, what do you call it, theater, and scream and throw their bloomers at him and bras and
Yeah, I got a little bit of late Frankie.
yeah, that was early Frank. What was it called? The Brooklyn, what was it, Paramount Theater. My sister used to go, and she would stand on that line for hours and hours for Frank Sinatra.
So would you like do you listen to modern day music, like stuff that you would hear like on the radio now? Do you listen to any of that?
You know, radio, what is radio now? What is the top 10? I can't put my finger on what is really going on anymore like the old days when you knew what it was right in your face.
It's because it comes and
I
goes so
don't
fast.
know.
Because there's too much of everything
Exactly.
today. No matter what you do, there's just too much of it. You know, too many instruments, too many lights on coffee pots and microwaves. I mean, my kitchen has like 9,000 clocks.
Yeah, it's called overstimulation.
It's called blinding.
He has a heart attack with the remotes, the television remote that's got 6 zillion buttons on it now.
Do you know how many remotes we have for the garage? We could turn the car on from the house. We could the televisions.
He hates the television
then
one.
we have Roku, Netflix, your sister's ass. We have all of those things that you have remotes for.
You know, do you need a GPS to find out where you're going? I never use that.
We actually use that.
Well, we use it because we don't know where we live. But when we lived in New York or L.A., I mean,
when I lived in Florida, I didn't need it, but I need it here because I don't know where
like
I'm going.
my father used to say, "Hey, New York, I know every cellar and attic," which is true. I know every attic and cellar in New York. It's my home, my town. You're not New York, are you?
I was originally a New York guy, you know, and I see the Empire State Building behind you, and I said, you know, I'd like to volunteer. I'd like to come to the studio and sit there in the flesh with you. But I think you're broadcasting from some, like, secret bat cave. Like, nobody's... Where are you?
You're right. You're right. You want to know why? It's an unfortunate story. We're the first married gay couple to have come forward and do this kind of a show and be a #1 success. There are a lot of people, not a lot, but there are some people out there who throw gays off of roofs. You get it? That may harm us.
We get a lot of death threats and stuff.
Therefore, we have a Brazilian Mastiff dog, 130 pounds. He's a lion, and he will kill you if you come here. No, he will. My nephew came to stay with us, and my dog only wanted to kill him. And I kept saying, but Billy's a nice boy. Look, he's a good boy. He's my nephew. Smell him, smell me. Maybe we smell related. And he didn't give a shit. Shazam wanted to kill him because that's what the dog is bred for. Nobody's allowed in this house that's not another dog, he thinks, like him. It's sad that we have to feel this way. We lie about where we live. We give a different town, a fake town, so that if they do come looking for us.
Well, I can't believe that's still going on. You have to be in a big city to sort of meld in, right?
Well, we are in a very big city. I mean, we're in a very populated area is what it is. In the woods, but populated. So this is how you have to live. It's sad, but that's what happens. Black people years ago down south used to do the same thing when they lynched them on a tree and burned them. They went through the same shit that we're going through.
Believe it or not, have you ever heard of that TV show Duck Dynasty?
There's an example.
Okay, yeah. Well, here's like an example for that. I despise Duck Dynasty. I think it's just, I think it's atrocious. And it's un-American. I tweeted out because there's a very anti-gay show, and I tweeted out something against Duck Dynasty. And number one, I have over 1 million followers on Twitter, and I lost 50,000 of them in like an hour after doing that. And I also got about 1,500 death threats from doing that.
And it's so sad.
Because I tweeted something bad about him, saying I thought the show should be pulled off the air, that it was a disgrace, and I got so much backlash from it that it kind of made us a little bit afraid because you don't know where those people are.
I'm not afraid of anybody. I mean, I got a gun and shoot everybody's balls off. I don't give a shit. I don't like the I don't like the idea that I have to worry about where I walk because people don't like me. That's like the craziness that's going on now with the Trump. Trump won because everybody was in the closet. Nobody wanted to admit they were going to vote for Trump because they didn't want to get insulted and thrown off the Facebook. So Trump's people came out of the closet and voted for him. Well, that's what we do. We're in the closet.
Nothing against you guys, but you wouldn't be able to go to a town in the middle of those red states in the middle of nowhere and live there. You might have some difficulty,
I have news for you. In New York City, I wouldn't live in Harlem, and I wouldn't live down in Greenwich Village because we go to those places. We have many, many, many dear black friends. And when we go up there, a lot of them are concerned. They'll say, don't white guys up here looking too gay, watch it. So we have problems. Sometimes they pick us up.
Hang on, you guys, because we've only got a minute.
Well, anyway, we'll be at 59th Street, and they'll drive down and get us and bring us up to Spanish Harlem. And then they'll bring us back to 59th.
Well, I thought we got past that in the days of Studio 54 when everything was out in the open.
No, baby. No, baby. No, baby.
Hang on. So, no. Bob.
Some people still hide the fact.
First of all, we're going to have to bring you.
Some people hide the fact they're Jewish because people are so anti-Semitic. We're in a terrible country. We have to straighten it out.
Absolutely. But first of all, we're going to have to bring you back because it was a lot of fun and the time went really, really fast.
Yes.
First of all, though, I know you don't do a lot of social media, but you are on Facebook. So, how do people find you on Facebook? What's your Facebook?
Well, it's a musician page, just my name, Bob Curiano. They'll find it on Facebook.
All right, everybody. So check out Facebook.com, Bob Curiano. And I
have this pseudonym, Bob Nouveau. It's a long story. We'll get to it the next time.
There you go.
Got it. And you're a lot of fun, and you're a sport, and I like that. You're a good guy.
A lot of fun.
We can leave a number after the show.
I got his all information.
And if we have time, because what we're doing, we'll give you a call. Maybe we'll run over for coffee.
Thanks, guys. I really love it. Thanks for having me.
Hey, Bob, you're a superstar. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, everybody. Next week, we're going to have part of the cast from Vamp Bikers Trey coming on, and we got a couple other guests. I don't have them all worked out yet, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And we want to thank everybody for tuning in today, and have a great weekend. Everybody in the chat room, Cindy, Ginger, Iris,
the gang.
Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody. Thank you, Chad.
I'm thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC. You can't trust me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your one I wanna be. Jimmy Star's new celebrity.